That's why we're here. That's why we're here. If you were to write God a letter today, what would you write in that letter? I know that I would start with 2 words. Thank you. Thank you, God. Oh, our God's a God who just invites us to live with that fullness. And I think of one of the main things Jesus said, which was, I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. But I think part of what I would say is, God, thank you for this opportunity to live abundant life. And the world says that we sometimes find abundance by holding on to stuff, getting more and keeping it. Scarcity mentality. I believe that God is a God of generosity, a God who gives. And so for me, one of the greatest ways that I live with abundance is to share what I have. And there's nothing like the look on someone's face sometimes when I know I'm getting emotional. I don't know what's up with that, except that one of the greatest joys really is. Sometimes it's just as simple as a smile. You know, sometimes I smile at people I don't know when I'm walking between here and Safeway, and they look at me like I'm crazy because smiles have become so unusual. That happened this week. They gave me this crazy look like, what's wrong with you? Well, I'm happy. I'm happy because of who God is. And I pray that our world will become more open to smiles.
And to generosity, too. God is a generous God, and we get to be generous because God is generous. We don't give to get something back. We give because we get to give. We have the honor of giving. We're at a time in our worship service, and it is worship, to talk about generosity. The congregation met 2 weeks ago and talked about our ministry action plan. Where is MCC going into the future? How can MCC DC be that generous place of being a hub for people? And we talked about what's going to happen in 2023 and beyond for MCC DC community. So we get to show generosity and be God's generous agents in this world.
So just a few sneak previews of things that you're making happen through your generosity, and also the generosity of an organization, building, helping, transforming. One thing we're going to be doing is you're going to walk into the sanctuary not too far down the road from now, and this little screen is going to be gone because we're going to have a big screen that you can really see. We're going to have ways to really free up this space so that we can dance all we want to dance and use the whole space. And also for those of you online, we're going to enhance our technology, so you're going to have a more robust experience online and on demand. We want to really offer the best worship experience to worship God while in the sanctuary as well as online. So that's coming soon. And
MCC DC has a feeding program, so we offer food cards for folks. That never stopped during the pandemic. People continued to come to the door to receive help. We were able to do that through your generosity, and we plan on continuing to do that and doing more of it for this year and beyond. We also want to talk about congregational engagement. How can you get engaged to fulfill your passions, to pursue your passions? What are your passions? Do you know what they are? We would love to be in conversation with you about that and help you to find that niche, that place here in MCC DC. And the last thing I want to share about is MCC DC turned 50 years young during the pandemic. We didn't have an opportunity to really hunker down and celebrate. We didn't have an opportunity to come together and celebrate, and we will be doing that either this year or the next. We would love to have your help in planning and finding out how do you celebrate and what would you like to do as a community. So if any of these things interest you, please contact myself or Reverend Dwayne.